Welcome to the Christian Life. God bless you. I love you. How are you? Today we are sitting in my kitchen. Yep. That's where we're sitting. Hi. How are you? Welcome. You guys are more than welcome to talk among yourselves, to do whatever you'd like. If you want to ask me something, you can.
Okay, so I am fairly new to TikTok. Like, I'm old as fuck, took for some time. Like, was
I'm all right. I had to get on here on TikTok and report a couple of profiles. They were literally stealing my identity. So I had to get on TikTok and take care of it. So we'll see if they help or not. Hello, everybody. Welcome. This is Kathy Casso. Welcome to my Christian life. And yes, we're not in the room anymore. We're out in the kitchen. So if you guys want to talk to each other, you can. I mean, it's all good. And my thing is to stand up. No, that is good. Thank you for praying for me. Thank you. Hi, welcome. God bless you. Welcome. The more hearts, the more likes I get, it helps my channels to get out there more, to help people. My channel is a safe place for everybody to come and know that they matter, their voice counts, and they're not alone. And I'm here if they need to talk. So what's been going on? Hey, girl. What's the chat about? Oh, thank you. Helping. Helping our community. Just lending a helping hand in the ear. Because sometimes that's all people need, is someone just to sit there and listen. No judgment, no, oh, this might work, or this, no making them feel like you have the answer for everything. Sometimes you just need to talk. You need to get it out. And you just need someone to listen. And so I'm here. So what's up? I'm trans, but I'm scared to talk to my parents about it. Oh, thank you. That's the one thing you should never be afraid of, is to talk to your parents, no matter what. you should always be able to go to your parents and talk to them. But you cannot get mad if you ask them a question. If you ask them, what is your opinion on what I just said? And whatever they answer, that's how they feel. But it doesn't mean they don't love you. It just means that they're trying to understand. So help them. Help them understand what is going on. And going to counseling isn't just for crazy people. Going to counseling would actually help you and your family grow closer together. I mean, it did me. And a lot of other people that I know is doing counseling, and they're actually doing pretty good. But that is just my thoughts. You really should go talk to your parents, but you should sit down somewhere where you're all comfortable and you all feel listened and hear, and you just be you and let God take it from there. No one should be afraid of life, but in this world, people are too picky, too judgy. Amen to that, honey. Amen. Yeah, they are. I know it is. Yeah, it is. But you are the only one that can define who you are.
Don't let them have power.
No, you are the only one that can say, you know what? I am who I am. So let's do this. Let's hit the ground running. Don't ever lose hope in yourself. Because when you lose hope in yourself, then every person that has ever hurt you will win. So no matter what, don't ever lose hope in yourself and God. Hello, sis. Try saving this sentence. Huh?
Don't say it.
I can't read it.
I don't know. That doesn't sound right.
I don't know.
I wouldn't.
But that is my suggestion.
Where my hammer go? No disrespect, Nance, but you don't know then that there are people who are always getting on here trying to get you to say this or that, and we don't know what it means, and we don't want to hurt anybody or.
Hi, Don. People are making accounts on my name.
I know.
That's the second one.
That's the third one.
Yeah. Like right after the second, it's like, what?
Oh my goodness.
Love you too. But yeah, somebody actually tried to convince everybody on TikTok that they were me. And we had to report them. Three files. But this, the one you're on right now, this is me. So could you please like, comment, and share, please? stand up. Stand up for what's right. Stand up for those who cannot stand up for themselves. That is what the chat's about. That's what the chat's about. Yeah, I know, Dawn. No, Dawn said, good grief. People making fake accounts now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We thought he was just 2, right? So we reported him. Then we got on there, and it was 1 more. 3. I was like, oh my gosh.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I really didn't eat. I'm just not hungry. Because everything I eat my stomach doesn't agree with it. I am too. Mom, can I take your phone on TikTok?
Yeah, I don't know what's that.
I got it. But yeah, that's what the talk is tonight. You know, everybody can be a good person. The point is will you really be a good person, or will you just turn your back and act like you never see him on the ground?
No.
All right. Hi, Mama.
Oh, Kathy.
Hi, Mama. What's going on? No, on YouTube, Dawn and them are saying something. What's going on? You should have a little of something, even it's soup. All right. All right. Oh, you're meaning right now, aren't you? Okay, hold on. You're meaning right now, aren't you? Sorry. Misunderstood. Sorry. Look, see, I'm eating. Look, see, I'm eating. I'm eating, see? Yeah. I know. Yeah. I love you. People are just saying you should eat little of something. Okay, that's something. Dawn. All right.
Okay, that's something.
I'm eating.
Dawn. Alright. I'm eating.
I'm just. Sometimes I get where I don't know. I just don't eat.
Sometimes I get where
And that's when I make myself eat.
I don't know. I just don't eat. And that's when I make myself eat.
Hi, everybody on TikTok.
Hi, everybody on TikTok.
So, here's a question.
So,
And you guys might not like it, but
here's a question.
it's fine.
And you guys might not like it, but it's fine.
If you're walking down the street, okay, and you see a guy on the left
If you're walking down
that has no shoes, but has a coat and everything,
that has no shoes,
but
but has a coat.
the guy on the right has none of that
The guy on the right
and shoes.
has none of that in shoes.
What would you do? Would you tell the guy on the right to give the guy on the left shoes, even though that he would be completely undressed and freezing? Or
completely undressed and freezing. Or
would you tell the guy on the left go in and buy him some shoes and give the guy on the right
would you tell the
shoes?
guy on the left, go
You
in
just
and buy
confused
him
the hell
some
out of
shoes
me. I
and
don't even know
give
what
the
you
guy on
said.
the right shoes?
It's not up for question, Kathy. It's something we do as community members, as loving, caring people. That's part of your everyday,
Life.
yeah, that's what you do. And the satisfaction you get or the feeling you get from helping somebody out for no apparent reason other than they need it, it makes you feel good. And that is your reward. Remember it said one
act of kindness.
One small random act of kindness can change the world. And that is true.
Yep. That is right. So you eat to please everyone, not thinking that they are different from others.
Everyone not thinking that they are different from others.
Here's your friends, and they knew you needed to eat.
They're people I know. I eat, no, I don't eat to please them.
People I know.
I eat when I eat.
I don't eat to please.
When I'm hungry, I eat.
When I eat.
But there are some days
When I'm hungry.
where I have to kind of push a little bit harder
Some days
to eat.
where I have to kind of
That's because you get busy doing stuff and you
Forget.
or you just don't make time for it.
Yep.
forget. Yep.
Mm.
Oi, your TV your DVD just died. Ooh,
Boy,
I feel. Ooh, I know how you feel right now, Dawn. Her DVD player just died. Yeah, I know how that feels.
That's not good.
No. Hold on.
That just turned out good.
I know it's spark. It's shiny. cool.
That's cool.
Hi, Jay.
Hi, Jay.
And you know, some people say a lot of people are so afraid that they're being judged by their peers in their community.
Yep.
And the thing is that they're probably right, because there'll always be somebody there to judge or whatever. But they can't judge you wrongly, especially if they see you helping others in the community. Those are the ones who think about you, the ones you help. Those
Yeah.
are the ones who their thoughts mean something to you. These other people just, they're just random people that you pass or whatever.
Nope.
They've got a judgment or a thought for everybody that walks by them. So you just pretty much got to ignore them.
Okay, TikTok just put me in a chat, a chat with 2 people. I didn't even accept their invitation.
Huh?
Yeah.
A chat with 2 people. I didn't even accept their invitation.
You leave them out.
No, they just signed out.
Oh. Huh. That's odd.
Yeah, that is odd.
Yeah, that is odd.
What I was asking is that if you saw 2 people down on the street, you wouldn't just help one and not the other. You would try to figure out how to help both of them.
You would try to figure out how to help both of them.
But for the most part, and it's sad but true, for the most part,
and it's sad but true,
they usually go on smell. I know it's bad, but I've seen it happen. If the person on the right smells okay, they'll help them. If the person on the left smells just a little bit bad, they won't. They won't help them. And it's sad, but it's just the way it is. And that's what I mean by stand up. I mean, we got to stop that. Because look at Jesus. Look at all the people that came to Jesus to be healed. You're not telling me they didn't smell. I mean, I'm not judging them. What I'm saying is you can't judge someone just because they smell. Because back then they didn't have what we have now. Oh, thank you for the universe, heart. And I mean, come on. It's just common sense. You see somebody hurting and down, you're supposed to help them. Whether you see them or not, you're supposed to help them. And what I mean, whether you see them or not, I mean, whether you get acknowledged for what you're doing or not, do it.
You might not from people.
No.
My mother used to say something about never hesitate to help somebody when you can. And it'll come back to you tenfold.
I know. I remember
But
Grandma
that
saying that.
shouldn't be the only reason that you help people. You should genuinely want to see them helped.
Yeah.
Better. If you helping them make something better for them, then you genuinely should really want to do it.
Yeah.
And never worry about
what anybody else says or
Yeah.
thinks, because there's always going to be somebody that says, oh my gosh, you helped this person. Oh, look, you talk to this person. It's like, come on, people. Come on. It doesn't matter who you talk to or who you help, as long as you just help. Help. My grandma used to always say to my mom, And I still don't understand
My
it.
grandma used to always say to my mom,
Everything has its place.
And
And,
everything.
and everything in its place.
has its place.
My grandma used to say
In
this
its place.
all the time, and I still don't know what it means.
A place for everything and everything in its place. That means if everything you own, if every little thing you own
Yeah,
has a place in your home or room, whatever, and everything you own is put in its place, there's nothing to be cleaned, there's no mess. If everything you own, you make a place for it, and
Yeah.
make sure it's in its place, then you'll never have that kind of stuff just laying around, clutter.
oh, okay.
That is what she'd say.
Oh, okay.
I wish I knew that before she died. Yeah, my grandma passed away.
I wish I knew that before
She died of leukemia.
Breast cancer.
Yes, but it came back as leukemia.
Leukemia.
No, babe, it was breast cancer.
Yes,
When-
but it came back as leukemia.
That's what Aunt Lee said.
No, it was breast cancer.
My aunt,
Aunt Lee said.
It came back with a fury.
yeah,
My
my
aunt,
aunt and
Kathy.
my other aunt
my
and
and
my mom,
other aunt.
we were all down there with my grandma. And when it came back, yeah, it came back with a vengeance.
And when it came back, it came back with a vengeance.
There was 3 tumors, one right here at the back of her spine,
3
and one in the middle, and one at the very bottom.
of her spine and one.
And they said once it breaks through,
We didn't need to watch these.
yeah, I know.
Once it
It
breaks
was at the
through.
base of her skull.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, I know.
They said once it breaks through,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
she'll,
They said once it breaks through.
But I think the hardest part for me was seeing grandma and not being able to help her.
Was seeing grandma and not.
That was that's what was hard for me. That if she knew that I was there and I knew I loved her.
That if she knew that I was there and I
And
loved her.
everybody said, yeah, even her
And
mom, my great grandma said, yes, she knows you love her.
Even her mom, my great grandma said, yes, she knows you love her.
No, how old was great grandma when she passed away?
In her 50s.
Great grandma?
How old
My
was
mother?
great grandma when she
No,
passed away?
Moggums.
Great grandma?
Oh, I have no idea, Karen.
No.
To be honest, I really don't know how old my great grandma was when she died. I know me and her shared the same birthday.
Great grandma was when she died. I know me and her shared the same
Do
birthday.
you remember when we lived living in the low income apartments? I mean, they were nice, but there were times when we'd be just a little short of this, or not really doing without, but boy, we sure could have used that or this. And, we had to wait, we had to budget it in and wait, for 2
Yeah.
or 3 months to make the payment. I'll tell you what, every once in a while, Dad would come by and he'd take my car down to the filling station and he'd fill it for me. That was the most wonderful thing. I couldn't thank him enough. And I had friends every once in a while that would stop by and just bring little, not in this, well, sometimes it was necessity things, but mainly just
Little thing.
little things that
Yeah.
just make life go a little easier,
Little thing.
like paper towels.
Yep.
Bring me a package of paper towels. Well, thank you. Well, Kimber, I had extra, and I know you got all these kids, and those kind of moments when people helped were the best moments. All moments were good.
Yeah. But those were, because
were the best because
we saw them.
Evidently, they
Those were,
took time to think about me, and they didn't have to.
we saw.
They didn't have to take time out to think about me, and for what reason? But they
Exactly.
did. But they did. So I used to say to myself, well, I guess I've done something right somewhere.
Yep.
So that's imagine doing that for other people, and remember that feeling because they're gonna have it too, for the most part.
Yeah, they will. Yeah, it actually was, Dawn. It was. It's like the best for me. I really liked having my birthday on the same day as my great grandma because not a lot of people get to meet their great grandma or their great grandpa. And I got to meet both. And I was so happy.
I loved my grandma, but she was a mean old heifer.
Yeah, she was. She was mean when we were when I knew her. If
She loved the boys, the grandboys.
she couldn't stand me.
No, it's not she couldn't stand you. She never was good with the girls.
I mean, the boys, my brothers and them could get away with everything. I could try to do something, and oh my gosh, I got my hands whipped. My hands, don't do that. And I got sent in the living room and to sit down and wait until supper. That was my punishment. But no, the boys could do whatever. But Grandpa Roy came in and goes, "Come on, Kathy," and just looked at her like she's a girl. So that was my rescuer when I was a little kid, my Grandpa Roy. And John, was John my great cousin or my uncle?
He's your, hold on, your second cousin. None of them are uncles or aunts.
No.
Your mama and daddy's brothers,
Yeah.
sisters are your uncles and aunts.
John was my second cousin. He could tell you if you brought him a vehicle, he could tell you what's wrong
You mean
with
my
it.
Uncle John?
Yeah.
My Uncle John was your great uncle.
Yep.
Aren't you talking about his grandson?
No, my great uncle, he could. You could pull up in his driveway and he'll tell you, yeah, your starter's about to go out, or hey, your spark plugs need to be changed, and it's just by hearing it. I mean, he was that good.
Yeah, there was no vehicle he couldn't work on.
Nope. Us kids would bring our four-wheelers and stuff like that to him, and Uncle John would tell us what's wrong with it, and we would fix it, and it worked fine. We loved him.
He's a big old man.
Yeah, he was.
He had the biggest hands of any man I ever saw until I met your Uncle Kurt's dad. That man had some big hands. Now.
Yeah.
Whoa.
But he loved candy. He just couldn't have a lot of it because he was diabetic. But he would always give us candy, always. But he would always make sure that our aunt didn't see him do it. But she knew he was doing it, and she would say, "John, I know you ain't giving those kids candy before supper." And he would tell us to go. He's like, "No, I'm not." He was always doing stuff like that. I would go up there and we would watch a soap opera. But it's no longer on the air anymore, and I don't know why. It was a good one. It was a clean soap opera. It was called Passions. And me, my Aunt Nikki, and her mom, we'd sit there and watch it. And my Uncle John would be like, "Really? Soap opera? Really?" And as soon as it came on, he watched it. He got into the show, even if he didn't admit
That's all
it.
the A's.
Wow, that is cool. He did. he did. He got into it, but he had to act like, no, I don't watch soap opera. We'd just be laughing, and he would know exactly what the episode was about before we did, because he would watch it without him. But he would never tell her. I miss him. At school, they would tell me, "Do you know your great uncle?" I'm like, "Yeah, his name is John." Like, I mean, John, and they would point at my cousin. I'm like, "No, no, John is named after my great uncle. Ask John." And John would say his name. And they're like, "Oh, so that is your great uncle." We're all, me and John will get John, we're like, "Yeah." He was my favorite. He always told everybody that I was too skinny and I needed to get weight on every time. And when
I got a question for you.
what?
Say there's this young person
Okay.
who's not familiar, doesn't know what a sin is. Okay?
Okay.
Doesn't know what it is. But yet every day he steals an apple from the grocery store.
Okay.
So, since he doesn't know what a sin is it still a sin when he does it?
Yeah, it is.
Very good.
A sin is a sin whether you know it or not.
That's right.
Because God knows it. He knows it's a sin. So if
You'd
you
be
make the
surprised.
choice,
You'd be surprised how many times I've asked that question and people say,
I know I've heard you. Yeah, I've heard you.
no, if he doesn't know it is,
That doesn't matter because God
Or
clearly
sin.
says a sin is a sin. No sin is greater than another sin. But no, our pastor asked that on live one day.
Mhm.
Yeah, he asked, "Does anyone know that meaning when God says no sin is greater than another sin?"
Wow.
What does it make you feel? What? And not one person could answer him. Not one
I
person.
debate over that because
Yeah.
it says it has the 7 deadly sins and
Uh-huh.
other sins. So what's the difference?
Exactly.
I guess it's all on how you take the Bible.
Yep. Dawn says that was very interesting. Yes, it is. Yes, my mom eats icing. They can't see you, Mom. You don't have to be afraid.
I'm not afraid. I don't want him to see me pigging out. Now I need to do.
No, she painted his door. She really did.
I'm gonna do 4s.
It says paranoia
strikes deep
strikes deep
into your life.
into your life. What?
Into your life, it has creeped.
Into your life, it has creeped. Yeah. Oh, Lord. We're really going to hear it now.
I'm not gonna hear nothing from him. He knows it's true. I
Yeah,
can't
I know.
believe he
Just leave.
barricaded his door.
He really has.
And double enforced it. And
Yeah.
It looks tacky.
It
What
looks
is
so
the
bad.
deal? Who's been getting into his room that he thinks he has to do that?
I don't know.
It's ridiculous. What did I say? Number 4? Number 4.
I mean, it's just, it is. It looks really bad.
I made it look worse.
Mm-hmm.
That's ridiculous.
No. They want to see it.
I don't care.
All right, hold on.
Well, you get my dragon I started.
There's the dragon my mom's doing. Okay,
Can you
that's
see
on
it?
YouTube. Yeah, they can see it. Dawn loves it.
It's my dad who started
And
it.
here, this
Oh.
is TikTok. No.
What?
Oh my gosh. Hold on.
Happy, happy.
No, my. There. I had to flip my camera. That is the beautiful dragon that my mom's doing right now. She loves it. They love it.
Yeah. Good when I'm done.
It is. Oh, hold on, guys. I gotta turn on the light. This is what my mom did. Yeah. Yeah.
Wasting perfectly good lumber because he's paranoid
That's what my brother did.
for whatever reason.
We don't know why he did it. Yeah. Hold on. So that's what my brother. Yeah, that's what my brother did. Yeah, this is what we live in. Don't know why he did it.
No, because the last place I want to be is in his room and he's not there. I'm afraid something might jump out and bite me.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking about that.
What are you doing?
No, they asked what that was on top. That was the board. Yeah. We don't know why he did that. We honestly don't know. Yeah, I know. I don't know why my screen is like that, guys. I don't know. My phone is more clearer than my TikTok. I know. Not so much TikTok. It's just the pixel. It's different. Oh, thank you, honey. So did you guys see that? Can you believe that? I mean, what my thing is that every time I get aggravated or stressed out or just like, ugh, I think about everything that I've heard in my church. You know, all the positive, all the, and this one I heard, and I actually found it on TikTok. I think I've sent it to some of you guys, but here it goes. The devil will bring up every bad thing in your life. Every problem, every time you've failed, every time you've messed up, every time you did something and it never ever went the way you wanted to. Every mistake, every just all the bad. But Here's a question. He's the only angel that got blacklisted out of heaven. And he wants to say, we can never go to heaven. We can never enter. We're not good enough. We're not, but he will never go home. He will never enter the gates of heaven. He will never find God's forgiveness or anything. No grace, no harmony, no love, no respect, nothing. Nothing. But we can because of the Son. So why do we still listen to him? He will never, ever go back to heaven or have any.
Isn't that something? He was the most beautiful,
Yeah.
the strongest, the wisest of all the angels. He was God's favorite.
Yeah, he was God's right hand. And he'll never.
To be banished like that, to know such love,
And now,
then to decide to throw it all away
over pride.
He thought he could control God. I don't even know. Nobody knows what went on in the angel's mind.
But yeah, never, ever to know that again. Never. So, why, as Christians, do we fear that so bad? Why do we listen? This is just my opinion.
You know why? Because sometimes the shortcut is so much closer, so much easier than the long way around, which is usually the right way around.
But you miss so much.
I know, and you regret it. You usually regret it in the end. But until the end comes,
you won't.
You don't think about it.
Yep.
That's another reason why it's always good to get out in your community, or even if it's just your neighbor, and help or volunteer to anywhere. Even if it's just 2 hours a day, twice a week. I do it. I help other people, especially when I guess this is kind of selfish. When I get to thinking about, how I've messed up this, or way back when, Kim, if you hadn't made that choice, if you made a better one, you'd be better off today, or just get into a
conversation,
a pity me party.
Yep.
And that's when I have to go focus on someone else. So it's always important because I have troubles, a few, nothing I can't handle, thank you, Jesus.
Yep.
But
we all do.
I used to think, God, they were just, I bet nobody else has these kind of problems, and everybody has something.
Yep. Nobody's perfect.
That's right.
Nobody walks on water. Nobody.
What we make of them is
what we
important or don't become. So that's why I always tell you, don't worry about something until you have something to worry about. Because in the meantime, let's go to the creek or pick flowers or watch a movie. A good movie. Well, we watched a good movie. Did you tell them about that octopus one?
Oh yeah. Remarkable creatures. Most of our actions are based from our experiences.
That's right.
Religion finds a way to seep in, but we mistakes sure that we have the final say in our life. No, we don't. See, that's where you're wrong.
I have the final say in my decisions.
We have on
the decision you make is truly yours and yours only.
In the end, we have the decision, yes, but life, no, we don't. God does. God has the final say in our life. God says if we can continue on or if we die. We don't have control on that.
That's life and death.
That's what he's talking about.
Of course we don't have control.
But but your actions, yes, I 100% agree. We all, as humans, we all have accountability for our actions.
Like when I was young, you kids were little, your dad and I would get into a fight. That's when I drank. And I'd go to the nearest bar and just drink myself sick
You know,
till I could hardly make it home. And
I remember.
Of course, you meet people at the bar. I did that
weren't really
weren't,
nice.
You know, they just weren't people for me since I had a husband and children.
Yep.
And it almost got me into some bad trouble. You know, that's why I did that. And I got to where I started cussing a lot. And because that's what they did at the bar. Yeah, I
Yep.
found people that did that all the time. And
That's why
I don't know.
that's why God
It's all a
says,
product of our choices. That's
yeah,
for sure.
God says, put yourself with people that love me. Because if you're around Christians all the time, you're not so quick to go sin as if you were alone. Now, if you're with people that read nothing but bird books and you like birds, that'll be perfect.
What if you don't like birds?
If you don't like birds, then go find something that you like and have other people be in there with you.
Yeah, I'll
But-
share it with someone.
If you're not going to God because you think that you're going to be judged, I can tell you right now, you're not. You're not going to be judged. You're not going to be looked down on. You're not going to. No.
He says we'll all be judged. Yeah,
At the end.
stand before him.
But when you walk into a church, no, they're not going to judge you. They shouldn't. But nowadays, you walk into a church, I've seen it. They'll look at you like, what's this person? They've done it to me. And it hurts. I'm not going to lie. It does. It hurts. It's like, what did I
You
do?
give them too much power.
And my mom would always say, just smile and just be you. And I'm like, Mom, they look at me like I did something wrong.
No, at that time I used to say smile and fart when you're going by them.
Yeah. I was like, Mom, I can't fart. And she goes, then make a
I'm
sound
sorry.
with your mouth.
I'm so sorry, but
I was like, what? And she goes, seriously, make a sound with your mouth. I was like,
that was not a good thing.
okay, Mom. But when I got a little bit older and I went to, other churches with my friends, and I noticed that certain churches, people are different. They do treat you different. Like if you go in, this is just my opinion. This is what when I go into a Baptist church, then I go into a Southern Baptist, it really is different. The way they do their services, they are. For me, it was. And then if you go into a Christian church with just like just a regular church,
Someone's going to get mad and say she downed the Baptist.
no, I'm not. I'm not downing the Baptist.
Whatever that is.
But it's just there's different churches out there that do their services different, like singing. Some of them use instruments to sing. Others use their voice, or vice versa. And it was just like, oh, cool. We're all, no. Not every church gets along with the other churches. And I don't understand that. Like,
What's everybody doing for Memorial Day?
probably going to the river and getting drunk.
Well, not everybody does that, Kathy.
True. Yes, that is what I mean. Everyone makes bad choices in life.
Yeah.
It's those who know how to define between good and bad and makes a difference for those themselves. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yes.
I know when I was out drinking and running around and that kind of thing, it seemed like every time I turned around, something was going wrong.
Yep.
It may be minute, it may be something very, very little, but
It
went
still,
wrong, and
yeah.
everybody knew, you know.
We lived in a
And
town that was
just
that
happened-
small.
That happened so many times, and it's like I was busy trying. You know, I remember always saying, "Well, if so and so hadn't have blah 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 blah, then I wouldn't have blah 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 blah, and this wouldn't have happened or that way." But you know, when I finally came to the realization that
It was your
needed
action.
to be responsible for every single aspect of my life,
Yep.
own it, and quit trying to involve people in it, you know, on
Yeah.
someone else. Boy, my whole way of thinking changed. My whole way of looking at things changed. My life changed. And
Yeah.
at first it was a little confusing, but once I did that, you know, it's like, well, Kim, if you don't want this to happen, then you need to change it. It's your fault. Why do you keep doing this to yourself?
Exactly.
And some of it was hard to, you know, wrestle in, but I did it. And each time I conquered one of those things, my life became so much more peaceful.
Yep. Hi, Alex. How are you, honey?
quiet, manageable.
I mean, I do. I know a lot of people. I've said that before. I've said what I said to you guys about the devil can never, ever, ever know that love from God ever
Yeah,
again.
I know. It's
Never. He can never. He can never see the light. He can never. But he brings up everything we do wrong. But has anyone ever asked him, why are you blacklisted from heaven? Yeah. But I can't take my medicine right now.
Why?
I have to take it at 9. I mean, we all like my what?
Not you. Me.
We all know the devil's tricks. We all know the devil likes to mimic. To me, he reminds me of the there is a bird. It's called the mockingbird. And it does exist. And this bird can mock. Can sound like a cat, a person.
It sounds like other birds.
It mocks. It's a mockingbird. And to me, that's what I think the devil is a mockingbird. Because it mimics. But my question is, when is he going to stop mimicking? I know when. We all do. When God kills him. It doesn't say who's going to kill
I
Lucifer.
don't think he's going to kill him.
Yeah, he says he's going to kill him. He's going to let Lucifer out and tell him, go gather your army from the nations. And then God's going to take him out. But it doesn't say for sure if it's God or Michael. A lot of people is saying Michael or Gabriel. I say it's Jesus that's going to take the devil out. How far are you guys in Revelations? Again, the older we get, the more we know about life.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hardships.
Yeah.
So even if she drank at a young age, you should know that God won't always judge her, knowing she doesn't know all about life.
That's true.
That's not the correct question you're asking.
I didn't know about life, but I knew what I was doing was wrong.
The correct one is why we aren't doing anything to avoid this from happening
Yeah.
with the devil. Exactly.
Yeah.
That is true. Yes. Yes. I am so glad that you came onto my live, because I really love to have conversations like this, but no one besides Dawn and my friend Alex and my other friend Gatlin, that's usually on here, usually are the ones that have discussions with me like this. But I am so glad that you are here. Thank you.
And you know, as I get older, the things that used to be so desperately important,
Yep.
one by one, I mean, when I was younger, one by one, as I get older, they fall away.
Yeah. They're not that
Yeah,
important.
That's right.
Yep.
Some of them, they just, why did I worry about it? Why did I beat myself up trying to achieve this or that?
Yeah.
I'm so glad. I mean, I know my time's coming, and that's probably.
I don't like it when she says that because I get scared.
But you,
I know she's gonna die. I know that.
Part of living, you can't live if you're not gonna die.
It's the one thing I don't is not being able to say I love you.
You can always say it.
She gets irritated.
What?
You do. You get irritated because I do. I say it from the time I wake up to the time I go to
It
bed.
about 87 times a day.
249. That's how many times I say I love you. And when I say I love you, I mean it. It's not an empty word to me. It's I love you. Until death. And even in
Just
death.
saying.
And I know she's gonna die because she is getting old, you know.
What?
I know. Don't down me. I know. I called my mama old. I know. But this is what we're studying in church. It's Revelations verse 16 through 19, and it's called the Great Babylon. We're reading about Babylon. My first question would be, if I could ask a question to God, it wouldn't be why did you let cancer happen? Okay, that would be my second question. My very first question is, why did you let this city exist? Why did you not destroy it before it got to this? Have you guys read the revelations about the great city of Babylon? I mean, really, in King James Version. You guys really need to read that. I mean, it's it's graphic. But it's true, you know. But that was my question to God. Why did you let a city like this, Babylon, why did he let it get so big and powerful before destroying it?
Well, there were some things that happened in it that he needed to happen.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just like...
Woo, doesn't that look pretty? I'm almost done with the black.
Oh, Mama, that looks beautiful. That's green, not black.
No, it's not. It's not green.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Oh, it looks,
Black. It's not green.
that looks
It's kind of
green.
a silver black. There's no green on this one. There is on the other ones.
Oh,
On
okay.
some of them.
All right.
I'll show you when I'm all done. What am I doing again? Number 4s.
Yeah. That's what I'm scared of. I couldn't imagine a world without my mother. But this is the circle of life, yeah? But, honey, I speak from experience. Don't be afraid, like me. It's gonna be all right. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna hurt. We're gonna miss them. We're gonna grieve, and that's okay. That is perfectly okay. But don't ever be afraid to love your mom, to tell her you love her, and even when she does pass, you can still tell her because she'll hear you, because she's with Jesus. God says to rejoice when someone passes, not to cry, and that's because they're no longer hurting, they're no longer sick, they're no longer in pain. They're happy, they're free, they're them. So don't ever be afraid to live your life, because
my worst fear is that you kids won't be settled in life.
Yep.
Settled.
What do you mean settled, Mom?
Well, like, have you've done all your running around, you've done all your dating and having kids and all that, and then you really get into enjoying life. Like, you slow down, you enjoy what's around you, the people you know, the friends you're not worried about.
Oh, I'm old then. Yeah.
Because you hang around me too much.
I don't have any friends. All my friends are at church. I don't have any friends.
Yeah, that's why we're getting a car. Part of the reason. It'll be nice to be able to come and go like we used to.
Yep.
Like today, you could have went and got me your teeth today if you had a vehicle.
Yeah, I know.
They called and...
But when that day comes,
it'll be all right.
It'll be all right, because I'll be here for you. And God will always be with you, no matter what. God counts every tear that you cry. He collects it. But did you know this? I found this out yesterday. God pays a certain amount of interest in women's tears. He collects all tears, but a woman's tear he will collect, and he will avenge her. And I asked my pastor, what do you mean? And he goes, the Bible says not to harm a woman. Harming a woman it's forbidden. That's what God tells us.
You know what I think is neat?
What?
Not to change the subject, but I'm going to.
Why?
Because I want to tell you something. I just remembered something. I was sitting here counting these little diamonds, and it says that God knows how many grains of sand are in the ocean and on the beaches.
Yeah, he knows. Yeah, he knows
the exact number.
Amount.
My gosh, that is just wow. Wow. He is truly great, greatest of great. He truly is.
How did you lose your teeth? I got sick.
Well, you just had a bunch of viewers.
I was a preemie, and when I got older, I had baby teeth that would never fall out, and my other teeth were growing in behind them, and I was like my mom said, I was an infant. I was always sick. Always.
High fevers.
High fevers. And it just, my body finally had enough of it and was starting to make me sick. So I flew up to Texas and my sister paid for it. Her and her husband. For my first set of dentures. Cost $5,000. And that was just to get my teeth pulled. What was left. You know, and I was like, wow, okay. Yeah, that's a lot. Well, but I mean, God is right. You should never mistreat a woman, ever. God didn't make us women to be doormats. He made us to be, you know, to bring life into the world, to teach them, love them, nurture them, and to, you know, grow them up into the church. Not to be evil, not to hurt them, not to condemn them, not, you know. He made men to be stronger than women, you know, because he knew that we needed protection, you know. You know, you protect a woman, you love a woman, you're kind to her, you provide for the woman. And we provide our, you know, our hearts, our love, a safe place for them to come. And vice versa. Not to harm, never to harm in any way, either side. But you tell that to a man nowadays, they'll look at you like you have literally lost your mind.
I was laying in bed last night and I watched a TikTok thing on that, what was his name that they shot? King, remember the one that, the guy.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to remember his name.
I'm so ashamed. I'm so sorry. But you know, he was so right in so many.
Yeah, he was.
I mean, he took the time to know what he wanted in life, the path that he wanted to take. He brought his family with him. He was willing to share any knowledge he had that people might seek concerning moral issues and life issues.
And everything.
I mean, and he, you know, he did it in a good way. I feel for him. I mean, his wife, I mean, I can't believe.
They killed him.
So hard to believe. Yeah. I just, oh my gosh. I miss him. I miss him. I miss not hearing his debates and his information, and I miss him.
Charlie Cook.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I didn't even know him on a personal level, but
me either.
I miss him. He made such sense. He made good sense.
Yeah, he did, and he would tell them when they would come up to speak, like an atheist came up. And she was like, I'm an atheist. And he goes, oh, I love this. And she asked him, well, why do you say that? And he goes, because I love having debates. And they talk, but he never once judged her. He never put her down. He never made her feel like she wasn't important. You know, I mean, it was respect both ways. And then he dies. And it's like, what are you saying to the people? that if you believe in God, this is what's going to happen if you do what's right. Okay. Don't let it stop
You know
you.
what it says in the Bible? I mean, way back when Jesus walked the earth and stuff, and it'll
Yeah.
happen again. People were persecuted because they believed in
Yep.
God and in Jesus and stuff. He believed wholeheartedly in his faith, his Jesus, his God, the Holy Spirit.
Look,
He was
look,
persecuted
yeah.
for it.
He was killed.
That's
He
what-
was,
That's what that's. It says in the Bible that that may very well probably
happen again.
to a lot of people before it's over with. He
Yep.
didn't care. He didn't back down. He didn't stutter.
No,
He didn't run, change his story.
no.
He was true. That's a hard. You don't find people like that too often.
No, you don't. Look at Paul. Look how he was taken. How he was murdered. Peter, he was murdered. All his disciples were. They met their. It was they died for their religion. But the point is, like my mom said, when it came to them denying God or accepting God, God, they accepted God. Even in
They
death.
let the people know when they said, listen, if you just renounce him, tell us that God isn't real and that you don't believe in him.
We
and
won't kill
can-
you.
and You can live. And they stood up nice and straight and said, God, we believe in God. We'll
Yep.
not give him up.
And they killed him.
I can only imagine how.
Oh,
for them,
Lord.
it must have been easy. They so loved God and Jesus and their religion. You know what I'm saying?
And they
But
walked with
nobody,
them.
I don't care who you are, nobody
Wants to be hurt.
wants to die, with a lot of pain, and I'm
Yeah.
sure they made it painful for him. But they didn't disown God. They said, yes, he is my God. I only hope that I have half that strength if I were in that position. I mean, half of it would be more strength than I think I could handle. I don't know. Boy, this world has gotten
Thank you.
mixed up. It really has.
Yeah, it has.
And I know it's changing and
To
stuff.
answer your question, I don't know.
What?
Did I answer your question? Yes, you did. Yes, you did. But to answer your question, I don't know how to answer it. Because what's going on in the promised land right now between the Jewish and the Muslims, I don't think it's right. I don't think they should kill each other just because they are two different beliefs. I think that they should come together as one.
It says in the Bible when the lamb lays
Down with the
lion,
lion.
then when the days of revelation are upon us.
Yep. If there's peace in the Holy Land. And a part of me, when I was younger, I didn't want there to be peace because I wasn't ready. But I am ready. I'm ready for the lamb to lie down with the lion, and no harm will come to the Lamb of God. I'm ready. Am I perfect? No. No, I'm not. I will never be. And I probably will never, ever even be close to Jesus' disciples. But I am very glad and thankful that I get to read about him. And I get to see what one person can do. My favorite story besides David and Goliath is about Saul. who is Paul. His name turned into Paul. The way God brought him to him. I love that story.
It's getting there.
I like that. It's cool,
Isn't that
Mom.
pretty? You can
Yeah.
actually see that it's gonna be.
A dragon.
Yeah.
Do you guys know that story? No, I'm asking them.
Okay, I don't care.
Mother.
Kathy. Ow. Oh, I see. Oh, I need another one.
He tamed the dragon. No. God didn't tame it.
Hmm?
God didn't tame Lucifer. The dragon. No.
Well, who is that?
Hold on. I actually have that. I have what you just asked.
Oh, I gotta get up. My bottom's getting numb.
Oh yeah, I do too.
Ow, ow, ow. Oh,
My knee.
oh.
Oh, my knees.
Ow, ow.
No, guys. I'm right here. I promise. I'm right here. I'm right here. We were just talking about that last night.
It's like sitting here doing this right now, just discussing. Asking. This is fellowship.
Yep, this is church. Because a lot of the people that were at church asked the pastor the question you just asked.
Oh.
What tamed the beast? What tamed the beast was the scarlet.
Well,
Scarlet.
well.
It's in here. I just can't remember where he was talking about it.
Oh my gosh, my ear is so sore.
I know.
Don't tell me that paint on the wall. I want to see it.
Oh.
Speak on mother.
I have to bring this back. That's why I didn't take it out of my purse. It's the scarlet. It's the woman that comes after the Antichrist and has the name of blasphemy on her forehead. She's the one that tames the beast of the dragon. She's the one that gets everybody to do all the sins, get drunk, have adultery, have all of that. That's who you're talking about. What?
I wanted to read that worksheet you had.
Okay. We're gonna finish it next Wednesday. That's why he told us to keep it in our
Oh, God,
purse.
it feels good to stand up.
I know. You must dig deep, Kathy. Don't rely on your pastor for his knowledge, but not all knowing as God and the actual word of God. Wow. Oh, I know that. Even our pastor says that. He even says if he says something that we're like, wait, what? To ask him about it and if he doesn't know the answer, he'll help us find the answer. So we both know. He's even told us that. That's why he gives us the worksheets. So we can do them together. God is amazing. He is so amazing. The things that he has done and that he is still doing is amazing. It's positive belief in making sense of this crazy world right now. God heals. Yes, God does heal. God heals, saves, restores, renews, and grace. If you never lose hope, you will always know where God is. That's just my opinion. That's the way I feel. If you never lose hope, you never, ever lose the light. But that's just me. What, Mom?
That's just wicked.
Yeah.
The great harlot.
Yeah. The great harlot. That's who slays the beast. Who doesn't slay him.
Babylon
It
is
it
the
keeps them.
religious Babylon.
Yeah.
Is the great harlot.
Yep.
Hmm.
And that's what me.
That's wicked.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
You guys really do need to read the Revelations about Babylon, the Great Babylon. I mean, because it's wow. I never expected it. I mean, I've heard about it. I have, but I did not know half the stuff we're reading, learning about it. I was shocked. Hi, Kathy. Hi. Like, comment, and share, please. Why did the... Hold on. Oh my gosh, what? Why did my TikTok just shut down? Okay, there I am. Hi, sorry. I don't know why my TikTok did that. Why did the tree burn at night? The mulberry bush. Kathy, could you please read what I said above the 2 sentence about Babylon? I answered your question. Oh, yeah, I will. All right, let me find it. I don't know about the mulberry bush. No, it's Kathy. Could you hold on? I'm trying to find your She asked, why did the tree burn at night? The mulberry bush. It didn't burn at night. It burnt during the day when Moses talked to God. You must dig deeper, Kathy. He tamed the dragon. But the Jewish claim it's their land, but the Muslims claim it's theirs. Yeah, that is true. But it's neither. It's God's land. So both sides are wrong to fight, because God is the owner of everything. So God owns that land, not the Muslims or the Jewish. God does. And they say they believe in God. So why are they fighting over something that's not theirs? It's God's. And they know they can't fight God. So they're going to fight with each other. And I think that's stupid. Hi, Kathy. Hi. And I'm so sorry about that. Thank you for answering my question. No, above that. Yeah, it is. Wait. Kathy, that's a bit wrong. Let me clarify. How is that wrong? God owns the land. God owns everything. He is the owner of everything. That's not wrong. They know they cannot fight God. So they have to fight each other. Yes, forgive, but pray for him. God made the land, but later in history, somebody made boundaries, rights, names, and rules that made it a functioning country. Yeah, God did. People been fighting for, yeah, I know. Now somebody comes into your country at night and tells you that you should get out. That's messed up. Yeah, it is. It is wrong. Either way you look at it, it is wrong. Why can't there be peace? There will be peace when God comes home. When Jesus sits on the mountain, there will be peace in all nations and all lands. There will be no fighting. There will be no sadness. There will be peace. No, Kathy, God didn't just create the country names, and yes, he did. God created the person, and he gave the person the necessary tools and names and all of that. God did it all. Yeah, God made the man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Man. Yeah. God told us to make maps and to report and to show how we get from one place to another and stuff like that. But I'm not saying you're wrong, honey. I'm just saying my opinion. Mom, stop cutting in. I know. I'm pro-choice. I'm for life, not against it. Every life matters, no matter what. If we follow in his teachings and gave us some things that makes us different from animals. The brain. Yep. And not everybody uses their brain to follow the New Testament of Jesus Christ. It's like it's harder for them to follow the New Testament than it is for them to sin. Because for them to sin, it's very easy. But to follow the New Testament, you might as well just be pulling teeth. That's how they take it. And I think that is so foolish. You would rather sin than follow the New Testament and be free. Come on. Thank you for reposting my lot. Thank you, honey. I mean, seriously, come on, people. You would rather sin than be free. Really? I'd rather be free than sin. Will I always choose that? I probably won't. I probably will mess up. I'm not doubting that. But what I'm saying is I'm more likely to follow Jesus than I am a snake or a scorpion. But when I see a snake or a scorpion, I freak out, even if they're dead. I do. I freak out. I honestly do. I get scared. When I see a snake, I scream my head off like a girl. Guys, I gotta tell you this. I was laying down in my bed, okay? I was sleeping like this, right? And my BiPAP was hanging down. And I was sleeping, and I felt something touch my face, like a little whisker. And I looked, it was a mouse. I don't know how long it was on my face, but it was on my face. And oh, Lord, I screamed so loud, and I jumped off of that bed. I thought I died. I thought I died and went to heaven. I mean, I was freaking out. It ran off my face, went down my arm, went down the side of my bed, and whole butt into the bathroom. Then I went into the bathroom, and it just literally jumped out and scared me again. And I ran out of the bathroom. My mom was trying so hard not to laugh, but she could not help it. I ran like a penguin. I'm not lying. I did. I waddled. And I didn't know I waddled. I found out. It was that should tell you right there. If I see a scorpion, oh Lord, I'm running. I'm running the opposite way. I'm gone. So who's ever with me better start running with me, because if you don't, you're gonna be left behind. Oh, that's good. That's good. Oh, okay. Some so say Jesus never actually taught the Trinity or the Bible. Those captions were voted on and discussed centuries later by Roman prophets and church leaders. What do you think about this? Do you want to know my honest opinion, or do you want to know the clean opinion? And when I say clean, I mean what everybody else says. Jesus accepts me if I rub one out to... Okay. Yes. Honest. Okay. I think they lied. Because there's nothing in the Bible that has ever been proven wrong. Jesus and his disciples wrote the Holy Bible.
I need to vacuum in here. We need to do our,
But I don't
Okay.
talk that much about that because I don't want my channel to be banned. And I've already had people coming on either channel and trying to get my channel banned.
are you about ready to,
What? What?
we can do our workouts, we're gonna start doing,
No.
remember? Yes, you are. Oh, you just do it later at night then, that's fine. We are going to do it.
Okay.
Healthy.
And I've had a lot of people try to ban my channel. I've had a lot of people come on and try to tear me down. And it's just nothing but negative. But I know there's going to be people out there that don't agree with everything I say, and that's perfectly fine. I want you to have your voice. I want you to express how you feel, but I want you to be able to do it safely and respectfully. And no one really understands that. But thank you, really. I really do appreciate talking to you. And you guys too on TikTok. So like, comment, and share, please. Yes, the Bible has been proven wrong on several accounts and history facts, such as claiming a golden flood according and that Earth is only 6 years old. I'm glad you have your opinion. But I stand by mine. But will you be on my next live? I really do hope you'll come in. And look at my other videos, please. And let me know your thoughts. Because I can't get any further because you guys aren't acting with my account. You're only liking it. You're not telling me why you like it. The comments have to go up. The liking's good. The comments have to go up and the sharing has to go up. Well, is there any more popsicles?
In the other freezer there is.
Oh.
There's also that salt.
Ooh, salted caramel. Yeah. I say you're wrong, but that's just my opinion. Mom.
Don't mom me.
My mom doesn't like it when I get in a discussion.
No, that isn't it at all.
He asked me opinion.
That wasn't it at all, Kathy.
What do you think about all of this? I say you're wrong.
It's 9 o'clock at night.
No, it's not. It's 8:46.
15 more minutes, it'll be 9 o'clock.
My mom's just trying to protect me, that's all.
Well, I'm trying to get our workout done.
No.
Yeah, we promised. You promised.
No.
Oh my gosh.
What do you think? What do I think about what? Oh, no. That's still my answer. All right, I better get off here before she starts crying. I love teasing my mom. I love you guys. I'll be on here tomorrow. Remember, more comments and more shares. Like, comment, and share, please. Thank you guys. I love you. Bye. All right.